Guys, so I'm back for another video, and today we are going to talk about the Mott Street Maulers from An American Tail, the first movie. Now, if you watch the An American Tail 5-0 Goes West Cactus Cats, and then you'll see that that video has 166 views and some likes. And if you remember my last video, I talked about the video about the Chronosaurs and the Camouflage Indominus Rex. I talked about, if you listen closely at the end of the video, I will be talking about these guys, and I am right now. And so, if you don't know who these villains are, they are a gang of street cats in New York City. When Fievel thought, when he was lured to the sewers, he thought it was his dad playing his violin, but no. It was these cats. So, should we get on with it? I mean, they don't have much information. And I don't really have much to say about their full history. So, let's get on with it. And so, okay, there are many villains in this movie, but only 4 of them have names. Okay, let's get on with it. The first is the leader itself, Warren T. Rat. Now, when we first see him in the movie, now, I was talking about cats, right? But hold on to your seatbelts later. Anyways, so Warren T. is seen in like a box collecting money with Digit, which we'll get on later. And when Fievel comes over, and they have money because they wanted to give to Mo, which we'll get on later too. And then he lures Fievel where Mo's factory shop is. And Mo, he's vicious. Let's just say he's vicious. We'll get onto him later. And so, Warren T. Rat leaves Fievel with Mo for torture and slavery with Mo to work. And yes, we don't see him until later. And we see him with his gang of street maulers, the cats. So, he's playing his violin, and just imagine, and yes, a lot of these cats in his gang, they hate the violin way he plays, and he's with Digit once again. And and this is probably the most shocking thing in Don Bluth history. He takes off his rat nose, and then he takes off his ears and realizes they are fake, and he is actually a cat himself. And if you want to see him as a cat, I'll look it up for you. If you're watching this video, if you have not seen An American Tail yet, don't watch this video. And there you go. This has much more spoilers than the last review I'm talking about. And here he is as a cat. This is what he looks like as a cat. And then he demands and commands all of his gang of cats to catch Fievel, and they successfully did put him in a cage. And originally, Jake was going to be guarding Fievel inside the cage while crying, but Tiger took over and told him to go to sleep. I mean, we're not talking about Tiger today because, of course, he's one of the goodies, and he rejected warranty, and he wanted to be out of the Street Maulers. And so he fired him. I mean, we're later on in the movie, so I guess I should move on to here. So, Warren, he fired Tiger because he was friending Fievel, and Tiger saw this as a good thing because he hates his personality and his violin music. But, yeah, we see him on the pier with his gang of cats, even though his cats got to the pier first. And then Tony, who is of course one of the mice, he shoots a slingshot at both of his ears, his fake rat ears, and both his ears and his nose. He shot his nose first, but it was not really recognizable because he still looks like a rat. But a short snout rat. But then when he took off his ears, and this is the screenshot where the mice now realize he's a cat. This is the screenshot right here. So we finally realize he is a cat, and then he and his gang of cats decided to burn down the place with this match right here, and then he lit the whole thing on fire, the museum, and the mice were panicking. But the good thing is, when they released the mouse of Minsk, it was like a giant mouse. I mean, yeah, it is terrifying. And he scares all the cats, even Warren T. This even scares Digit, too. And once all the cats were in the water, yeah, they all fell in the water when the mouse of Minsk was chasing them. Obviously controlled by a bunch of mice. But then the Hong Kong ship came over. Yeah, they were all meant to ship them to Hong Kong, all the cats from New York City. And so they did. Warren T, he was angry. He was really angry at the mice. And he and his cats, including Digit, were sent to Hong Kong. And so that's pretty much it about Warren T's bio. But okay, I got some little theories about this guy. Oh my gosh, I totally lost it. But I don't know. So what theories do I have about this guy? Oh yes, if you see him if you watch where he is with Digit, his very first scene, you'll see that he's about as tall as Mr. Grasping from the third movie. So, yeah, Mr. Grasping, he's from Treasure of Manhattan Island. And so, Warren T. So when we see him when we first see him, he's about as tall as Mr. Grasping, but later we see him, he's about just smaller than an average cat. If you see, no, go back. If you see this photo right here, you see right here, this is Warren T. And look at all these cats. Even though when we first see Warren T as the cat the first time, when we saw him first time, he looks like he's just as big as the others, but no, he's a little bit smaller. So, where do I start? Yes, I don't know how he changed size, but okay, I really don't know how he changed size. He probably just hunched over, probably, but I'm not too sure. And that's it for this guy. Next up, Digit, his assistant. Okay, so wait, back. So when I thought Warren T was the most evil, because I did not see 3, I saw the 3rd movie, but I've not seen the 4th movie yet. I thought he was the most evil. I mean, he's more evil than Cat or Wall by sending children to slavery and exterminating mice for no apparent reason. Mr. Grasping is so much worse. He's tyrannical. There's also Chief McBrisque, I think his name. He's the chief mouse, the police mouse in that movie. And he beats up people severely. Yeah, those two are more evil than Warren T. But moving on. Digit. So, he is Warren T. Rat's assistant. And okay, when we first see him, I don't know if this is from the movie, like he's counting that 6 number, but he loves counting, and he's not that big of a villain. He's not really aggressive. He's just wanting to make Warren T happy. I don't think he's that evil. But anyways, back to the character role. He is counting coins, but Warren T constantly wants to kill him because of him failing miserably. But we see him later where he is complaining about, in the sewer scene much later on, the next warranty scene, and we see him complaining about the violin sounds, and he says it's terrible. And he is seen later on being terrified when he wakes up, the mouse of Minsk, the terrifying creature, I mean not really creature but controlled by mice, he gets terrified, he screams, and he gets dumped into the water and gets sent to Hong Kong. I mean, so when they're all being sent to Hong Kong, when Warren T. Rat says there's plenty of mice in Hong Kong, Digit has to learn to count in Chinese. And that's what happened to him. So that's pretty much it about Digit and his role. I mean, how is a cockroach gonna be a friend of a large cat? I mean, not really large, but large to him, of course. He's a little tiny cockroach. How can... I don't know if they grew up together. I don't know if they grew up together, but yeah, that's just my theory. They grew up together. Next character. Remember I was talking about Mo? Here he is. Yes, when Warren T. Rat lures Fievel into his workshop, he grabs him and shows his face up close. It's really scary to look at. And Warren leaves Fievel inside for torture and slavery. And so he tortures all the mice. And he tries to leave all the mice in his workshop, but no. So that's pretty much it about Mo. He's not really anything. I mean, he's not really much of a... So, he's a very bad villain, but his minor role just doesn't really stand out for this guy. Now, finally, we're moving on to the cats. The last guy that we... But, no. So, when we first see Warren T. Rat, he is just slightly smaller than Mo. On Villains Wiki, they say he's a fat rat, and Wikipedia too. But no, he's a mouse because of his short snout. Now, the last character that we have is Jake. Now, if you saw my last video about the Cactus Cat Gang video, you'll probably seen this guy. That I compared him to One Eye. I compared One Eye to this guy. So, Jake. He is first seen with the Mott Street Maulers. Yeah, he's meant to be the big guard and the big brute of the gang. And when I see this picture, I thought his pupils were pointing the screen, but no, he's pointing the opposite, another direction, like you see. So we see him smoking, as you see. This is his first scene in the lair, and he's not seen chasing Fievel, but he's seen trying to stop Fievel from getting out of the lair. But I think he's the one that grabs him and pulls him back. But there's like a hand that grabs Fievel, pulls him back. It's one of the gang members, but I don't know if it's Jake. Maybe it could be him. But his most memorable scene is off screen, where Tiger tells him to go to sleep because he doesn't want Fievel to be... No. He just wants to be on guard because he's the biggest. Well, yeah, and Jake falls asleep, but gets alarmed when the alarm goes on and Digit tries to stop Fievel from escaping. But when Warren T wakes up too, he fires Tiger and Jake comes after, and Jake wakes up. But then, I don't know if he's at the pier or not, but I don't know if I saw him. I did not see a cat with dark brown fur and a black shirt. I'm not too sure, but I guess that could be. I mean, I think he was there, but we didn't see him. But what do you realize about the Mott Street Maulers? You see, this is Jake right here because of the black shirt he has and the fur coloring. You realize that all these cats right here, they have the M on their shirts. And that means Mott Street Maulers, right? Mott Street, yeah, Maulers. So that's a very clever thing to put on there. Now, that's all for these named characters, but yeah, this video is going to be a lot shorter than the last video. But, so, these other cats right here, right? I cannot identify all of them because they're all pretty similar and they're not too notable. But I gave them all fan names and I can tell which ones they are. So let me just move on to them. Okay. So as you see, all these cats right here, right? Yeah. People give them fan names, but on the American Tail Wiki, but I did not see them. I did not see any person on the. I did not see anything that has their names on fan names, whatever. So first, we're gonna talk about this guy, and I'm not too sure. I mean, this cat has always been the most notable. He is fluffy and dark gray. So yes, I did give him a name, and I named him Fluffy, and it makes complete sense because, like with Sweet William, a lot of cute names are on monsters characters, so that's why I named him Fluffy. And he's always been notable, like the most notable out of all these cats, and he has a lot of screen time too. He's been chasing 5 throughout the whole scene right there, and he's on the pier and gets shipped off. Next up is this guy, this cat with a striped tail. He was on the pier and was running away from the Mouse of Minsk. So I'm thinking he's another Maine Coon. I don't know if he's bigger than Tiger, but he might be. So the image is right here, where I copied and pasted from, and he looks bigger. He looks like he's big as Tiger, so I guess he can be a Maine Coon. He has a cool mustache too. He is not seen in the lair. He is only seen in this scene. Next is this eye-patched cat. Now, there's another image of him right here, somewhere. It's like, I know there's an eye-patched cat somewhere in there. But, I'm not too sure. I've only seen him, he was trying to stop 5 throughout the way. Well, he's trying to escape. And I don't know if he gets shipped off or not, but I know this, he looks a lot like One Eye. He looks a lot like One Eye. And even though he's not the brute enforcer, he has the eye patch, and he looks just like One Eye. Next up is this tall cat, who has always been notable to me as well. He, unlike the other cats who have like big sharp teeth, this one has flat teeth, like roundish teeth. He looks like one of those nerdy creatures. And I don't have much to say, but I know he was at the pier and he was chasing 5 throughout the whole scene. And I know he was the one that did not get him because he has gloves on. And he did not catch him. Next up is this cat right here. He's very notable too. He was mainly seen in the chase scene, but he was on the pier too and getting shipped off. Now these guys all have the same. Now this one is a bit unique. Usually these cats have like these tight shirts, but no, this one is sleeveless, and he was along with this cat right here. And I think that's all these named cats. But wait, don't go. Like the Croc Bandits, we're also talking about the breeds of these cats. And the species too. Yeah, this video is definitely shorter. Now, Warranty, when we see him, we thought he was a brown rat. Yeah, that's the rats we all know of, the pesky ones that live in our houses. I mean, not the roof rat because they are black, but this is, when we first saw him, we thought he was a Norway or brown rat, but no. Instead, he is a Havana brown, which is a cat with no face markings. It's like the only cat breed without any face markings, dark brown. And if you want to see a a Havana Brown. I'll show you. Yeah, Warranty definitely is this guy. Next up is Digit. Now, he is an American cockroach, which is one of the biggest pests in our homes. But they are important to our ecosystem. Now, Mo, they see as a rat, which is a brown rat, but due to his short snout, like I said, he's a mouse. I can say he's an overweight house mouse. Now, Jake, his breed may be a Burmese. Okay, I'm like Slim, right? From Five Goes West. Burmese cat. And yeah, I can understand why you think he's Jake. The face and the body are swapped, but it does make complete sense. Next. Okay. Now, this cat. The gray cat. So, Fluffy. I believe he is a Nebelong. The Nebelong. Because these cats are fluffy like them, so I'll look them up for you just in case. The Nebelong cat. Like that. You kind of understand, right? So, the striped cat is a Maine Coon, which is already known about. I mean, yeah, he is Maine Coon. So, yeah, he's like... I can tell he and Jake are Burmese cats. Because they have, like, the face markings. Like, the face markings. I can tell they're Burmese cats. Now, this is another Havana Brown. These two are identical, and they are Burmese cats. Okay, next up, okay, no. So, like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. I know that was a lot shorter, and it is much more boring than the last video, but it is... I still wanted to share you all these villains from An American Tale. So, bye.